All right, a lot of people are economically illiterate, so they say stupid things like Donald John Trump understands that in order to make money, you need to have money. And this is in reference to the budget, the spending bill that he endorses. And it is true that if you're an individual business owner or an entrepreneur or an investor, yes, you do need to have capital in order to make money. You do need to have money to make more money. But that's only true if you're an individual. The government is not an individual in a marketplace. The government issues all money that everyone in the country uses, and also it's used internationally, for international business. And so every time that the government raises the debt ceiling, increases the deficit, which what is the deficit right now? 30 trillion. Um, when the budget or when the deficit gets to be over 200% of the GDP, that's pretty much game over because there's no way mathematically that the government can raise taxes high enough to cover the deficit. So if that happened, or I'm not saying we're at that point yet, but if and or when that happens, then public confidence in government bonds will go down, and that will hurt the economy much more than than anything that the government could do. The government really should stop spending money recklessly. And we were able, the country was able to stop this, reckless spending in the 90s with line item veto. That was, tossed out by the Supreme Court. And I would really like to see a petition to amend the Constitution. Maybe we don't even have to go that far. We could just have some mechanism that prevents these bills from becoming these massive omnibus bills, which really ramped up under Obama, but it started under Bush, bad Bush the second. And to say something so asinine as you need money to make money in reference to a government spending bill, it just shows the stupidity. Like you're committing the fallacy of composition when you do that. And I'm not saying that government spending is exactly the same as printing money, but in the aggregate, it's similar. It's basically the same thing, especially when they bail out insolvent banks and corporations that are not viable businesses. If they bail them out, it's very unlikely that these bailouts will be. I mean, they're not going to be repaid. The other thing to keep in mind is that when the government spends, what it does is it issues bonds. So when they glut the market with bonds, it causes interest rates to go up, and this has a trickle down effect on other things. It generally it generally leads to asset bubbles, and we're living in an asset bubble right now. The stock market is on, arguably an asset bubble, and of course, real estate is a big asset bubble. When that crashes, which it will eventually, it's just a matter of time, we will go into a recession just like we did in 2008. The time that it happens, the next time it happens, it will probably be much worse than 2008. And the government's not going to be able to print its way out, or bond its way out, or bail its way out of the mess that was created by this reckless spending. So those are some things to keep in mind. Don't commit fallacies. Don't say stupid things, or else you're going to get some pushback. You're going to meet some resistance on the internet from people who are smarter than you. So keep that in mind.